What is up, guys? It's the Michigan Minecrafter back here, and I wanted to share with you guys a little trick that I used to mess around with a lot in Minecraft um, ever since I learned about it. And that trick is fireballs. Now, if... Oh, wait, no. Maybe I didn't show you guys that yet. But there's a mini game on my minigames world that kind of relies on this sort of command um, science stuff or whatever. So, um, what I've got set up here is my little bunker thing. And believe me, I'm gonna need it because today I am exploding this whole area. Now, the way that I'm gonna do that is in this command block, I have a very complicated command. And basically the way that this command works is up here, there's the summon fireball command, which is basically just summoning the fireball. And then these numbers right here state where it's going to spawn. Like right here I have 100, which means it's going to spawn 100 feet above where this command block is. And then 50 blocks, did I say feet? 100 blocks in the air above this, and then 50, keep wanting to say feet, 50 blocks in the direction in front of me. And then over here we have the explosion power part of the command, which basically says how much damage it does to the terrain, and then direction, which tells you which direction the fireball is going in when it spawns, which right now I have it set to -6, which will make it go toward the ground kind of slowly. So I'll give you guys a little demonstration right now. As you can see, I have the explosion power on 0 right now. So it's not going to cause any damage to the terrain, it's just going to be a demonstration of where it's going to be spawning at. And there are a lot of mobs out here right now. I think that's why I'm lagging a little bit. But as you can see, fireball comes down and explodes right about there. Let's try it one more time. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Comes down from the sky and boom. And I actually didn't do this on purpose. I think that just landed directly on the Mount Pleasant Midland area. Whoops. I guess that's pretty much the center of Michigan though, so that's kind of where I want it. So let's see. I'm gonna boost the explosion power up to 5 now, which isn't gonna do that much damage. Basically what it's gonna do is put a nice little crater in the map and have some fire around it, because that's also something that spawns when it hits the ground. And I'm just gonna say this right now, this is not, I'm not permanently destroying this or anything. I have a backup of it, so whenever I want to do little videos like this in the future with this map, it's not gonna cause a problem. So alright, got the explosion power set to 5, and let's do it. Boom. Nice little crater right there. And you know what? I'm actually going to have to fill in the bottom layer of that in order for the next explosions to work. So, yeah, this is all just vanilla Minecraft stuff. Which, I mean, isn't that surprising, in my opinion. The fire is a little different than what you'd get if you just used TNT to get this kind of explosion. But other than that, it's not too much different. There we go. That ought to be enough for the fireball to hit and cause damage. So, yep. There goes Mount Pleasant. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's see. Let's boost it up to 10. Why not? And I'm not sure if it increases an even amount depending on how much you change the explosion power. I think it's just sort of maybe like multiplication sort of thing. Like it just multiplies the damage that it causes. But anyway, let's do it. There we go. That got a nice little area right there. Yep. So that's a pretty big chunk out of Michigan right there. Yeah, and as you can see, I did not take the time to fill in all the stuff below this. So let's see here. Kind of just put it across the middle so that we have some place for the fireball to hit. And I think I just build off of it a little bit just in case. We want it to hit something at least. And the fact that I'm building a couple of different layers isn't really going to affect it that much. Alright, so that Enderman just took a chunk out of my map. Gosh darn it, Enderman. Always ruining my stuff. Although I guess one block isn't going to ruin anything. So let's skip a couple of levels and go up to 20. Done. So yeah, this is probably going to cause some damage, and eventually it is actually going to reach my bunker, and it's probably going to destroy my bunker actually. And I don't have it, I think, a direct line to where... Oh wait, it probably is a direct line just because of how the placement commands are set up. But anyway, doesn't matter that much. This thing was meant to get destroyed, so let's just get to it. Boom! That was a real big area right there. And as you can see, as these things explode, there starts to be a little bit of a pattern, sort of the middle blocks that are closest to the explosion for some reason don't get broken quite as easily. I'm not sure why that is. It's kind of interesting, but yep, there's some interesting fireball physics there. So let's get that all built up. Because otherwise, I think if the fireball were to go into the water, I'm not sure it would really cause any terrain damage, but I'm not completely sure about that. Let's see. Let's boost it up a lot. Let's go up to something crazy. Let's say 50. There we go. And the idea of keeping the video short. Quicker we get this place blown up, quicker the video ends. So let's go. Boom. And okay, yep, that took a second. For some reason there were particles that went way out. So yeah, so as you can see, like I was saying, these middle blocks for some reason just hang in there. Not sure why. And it looks like a little bit of damage has been caused to Grand Rapids. Uh-oh. But yeah, not too bad. So eventually these explosions are gonna get a little bit too big for this 3-block tall Michigan, and I think I'm gonna set the command block to blow up that area once we get to like 100. So, oh, did that actually? Oh, wait, is this from the explosion? I don't even know. Maybe it is. Well, there's only one way to test that out, and that is to make an even bigger explosion. So let's do this. Alright, what do we want to boost it up to this time? Let's go up to... what do we want to do? How about 70? That sounds about right to me. And actually, I need to put something down for the fireball to land on real quick. So, there we go. That ought to do the trick. There's that Enderman again, stealing my blocks. I guess it doesn't matter that much at this point, because it's pretty destroyed already. Oh, I actually didn't need to go in here, because I already set the command block up. So, let's get this thing started up. Boom. And explode. There we go. Yeah, it looks like it is blowing up part of my bunker like that. But I might just leave it that way from now on. That way it's easier for me to get in. But, yep. Pretty significant damage there. Although, it's getting a little harder to see it now that the majority of the area is blown up. So, I'll do one more over here and then start extending it over to the mainland so that it's a bit easier to see. So, oh, I guess maybe a little bit more this way, because I don't know exactly where it hits, so I just like to build a little platform for it. There we go. Okay. And why not? Let's boost it up to 100. There we go. Are you ready? This is going to be very destructive. And boom. This might even destroy the bunker. Oh, what? I don't know why it's not very explosive. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do need to extend it over to the mainland because that's where it becomes a bit more impressive, because there's actually is something else going on here that you just can't see because it's so few layers thick. So, let's see, if I move it over, look at my my X coordinates. Okay, so if I move it, I move this over. Let's see. Let's try 500 blocks that direction and negative 500 blocks the other direction. So we'll just keep the firepower at 100 and see what this does. Oh, I didn't realize I was already burning that forest down. Whoops. So let's just go for it. So, boom. And it's gonna spawn somewhere over here, and we're probably gonna start seeing the effects of it real quickly. Aw, man, really? Let me see if I could turn my chunk rendering up a little bit. Then maybe it'll work. Go for the big 30. Okay, so it looks like everything's gonna have to be rendered here. Hopefully it's not too much stuff. And back up until it starts despawning my little bunker over there. And then, oh, don't crash on me. Come on. Oh man, my computer does not like loading 30 frames per second, 30 chunks at once. But it's gonna have to deal with it if we are gonna get this figured out. You know what might be easier? I'm just gonna put a command block over here, and I'm just gonna turn my chunk rendering down. Back to game. And I think this is going to be the perfect area to demonstrate what I was talking about. So let's get right into it. Yeah, I think this is going to be just about perfect. And set this down. And I've already got the command copied. So there we go. Set the explosion power to 100. And actually, I can just leave it like that, because what I can do is I can set that there, set a button there, and if I spawn it, it's just going to spawn not moving, just because the directions are all set to 0. And what I can do then is I can hit it just like in Missile Wars. And which direction do I want to hit it in? Maybe kind of want a flat area. I feel like that'll be easier to demonstrate with. So I'm going to launch it at that treetop right there. And boom. And frame lag. Chunks are loading. And I may have to do like F3 and A for this, just because, there we go. Come on, chunks. Yeah, this is a pretty intense explosion, and hopefully it actually loads enough to demonstrate just how intense it is. Okay. And an interesting thing happens when you have an explosion this size. Basically, it stops destroying huge clumps of blocks and just sort of destroys random areas of blocks. So what you end up with is just like pockets of air in between all the blocks, which is why it's taking so long for the chunks to load, because it's not loading solid areas. Like, as you can see, there's tons of just pockets of air, which makes it really hard to render. So let's see. Got most of the important area rendered, and it just blew all the leaves off the trees. I didn't realize that it had that functionality, blowing the leaves off the trees, but it's interesting. And it may not be from necessarily like the explosion itself, but from the fire that spawns, that those leaves disappear. So yeah, huge radius of damage. And I suppose I don't really need to render the entire thing. I can just render in one direction. So this is the main area of the explosion, and as you can see, huge impact. And you could, where my chunks aren't rendering, you can kind of see where there's streaks underground of broken blocks. And I think I'm just going to walk in one direction and see how far I have to go in order for there to be leaves back on the trees. And I don't mean just little pieces of leaves everywhere, I mean like full out trees. Oh, not the best direction to walk in. There's an ocean right there. And I'm guessing it's on this side too, right? Yep. So, oh wait, this is just a little pond thing. I don't know if water actually stops the serious damage, at least at the level where it is. Are there any holes breaking into the pond? Oh, wait, yeah, there is, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe that's just naturally spawning. But yeah, serious damage going on. Let me try the other direction real quick, and then I will end off the video. So, yeah. Look at here. Like, the explosion is way over there, and in the side of this mountain, there's just like random holes leading all over the place. Little tunnels. Oh, come on. Cooperate, controls. And does it go all the way through the mountain? I'm kind of curious about that. Still a lot of damage up here. Oh, perfect, a cliff face. I bet there's going to be some damage coming straight through it. This doesn't really look like a... Oh, wait, no, maybe it is a normal cave. Do we have any complete tunnels through it? I don't see any. And basically, I think 100 is not the maximum explosion power that you can have. It might be. I'm not completely sure. But, yeah, I would definitely if you have a powerful enough computer, I would definitely suggest that you guys experiment with this a little bit. And I'll leave a link to the page on Minecraft forums that I got the command from in the description below. And yeah, I will see all you guys next time. Bye-bye.